that listens to the shiurim, especially there's a second one that I do now on the RASHASH, that anybody listens to that. But people do. I don't know why. I don't know who they are. Okay, on Kof Bet, it's not a huge crowd. Not yet. On page Shin Lamed Vav. Shin Lamed Vav. We got to this place over here where on the word Hayom, down here in Kof Bet in Shefa HaRashash, down below. So let's read what he says here. He says, on the phrase, L'hamshech Asara Kael, Misbar Pasha Ve'eser Osius Dosara Ekya. And he doesn't seem to say that it's the Milui, the Levusha upon him, which are Levushim upon him. So he says it's been explained in the TIV of Kavanos, the Bativ, the Ksiva Chavaya de Bracha, that Chavaya that we had in the Bracha way back when, Bracha to Hashem, Nimshukol Chasade V'Chagavur de Bechinas Ach Lazah. That's what we learned over here. V'shuv La'achar Mekan, and then furthermore, after this, B'tevis Sfiras Omer, when you get to that phrase, Nimshkuch al Hanok. This is what we learned up until this time. But now we come over to the word Hayom. Nimshachet is Zair Anpin Chasadav reversed the Bechinas Panim. So it's a new aspect. This Hamshacha, the aspect of Panim, the Hamshacha, the Ach, which was originally the Hamshacha that came off the Acharayim. The Ke'ez, but because now, but Hamshachos the Panim, Mamshichin rock as a Lavusha the Chug, V'lechav the Chug, because we showed that I think yesterday, that in the Bracha itself, it brings the Atzvos to the Chug. That's on the Acharayim. But Kuvar Havana, I always brushed this over previously in those tests. He says, Sheyesha Pirusha the La'achar Mekan B'Seder Hamshachos HaChug. Excuse me. The Mekan B'Seder Hamshachos HaChug, the Dechiyus, which is apparently there are 4 stages of the Hamshacha, I thought. The Dechiyus and the Asib is Sefira Atzma, which takes place at the Sefira itself. As Nimshko Ha'atzma Sachog Deponim. That's when you see this actually happen, is the Chog Deponim. Now, let me see if he has something here for me. Not yet. The Panim. Okay, so the VH the iron, so there are those who really, you really should take a look at this. He said, the Nimshko Kan the Vushia Chog Deponim. Im came Choyitzark the Sader Kan. Seder of Los Adamim. So it should have been the same thing as the last time, where you brought in this Havlaw, and then it switched around into a Pashat. So he says, Seder of Los Adamim, Gvar b'Hamshacha the Levusha Ha'ach. So now we see that in this Hamshacha, where we're doing the Levusha of the Ach Na'azacha b'Bechinas Avaya, it becomes Avaya. So it's just explaining that out again. V'Haidach l'Kavein. This is what we saw over there. I'm not sure what he means by Mbafarm. This is what they talk about, I think. The Bishara Kavanos, he says like this: Lo Nizgar Kan the Kavein Eser Hamshachos. So it's not mentioned here to have a kavana for 10 different Hamshachos. Of the Emet Besider Ashkenazim Sider Kan Rak Hamshacha Achaz Kael L'Chavayas. So we see that there's going to be 10 of them here. He said, but over there they only have one time. Aval LeRashash Sider Eser Hamshachos, but he wants to look at it as 10 different Hamshachos. Bima Hamshacha, the Yisod, the Malchus, Haim Yud. And together, if you Yud Dalet, they're 14. If you add them in, they become 14. Shem Elamod came. Let me see. V'Shem Elamod came. Mimasha Kosev Arav Legabe Hamshacha. When the Rav talks about the Hamshacha, Hanaas is B'Tevis Sfiras Omer, that actually takes place when you get to the word Sfiras Omer. Sheyesh the Kaven as the Hamshachos. They have to have the idea there. He says over there to have 10 Hamshachos. That's what there is. Sham Mashacha he gam came mishem Kael, and so we're also using that name again. Lamed misham lahamshacha dida, an armashacha shehi gam came as a hamshacha. So we see over here, well, it's also 10 hamshachos. Okay, now we're going over to the next one, which is number Kaf Gimel. Let's see if I can find it up in the Rav. Where is it? Number Kaf Gimel. There it is at the end of the Rav. So let's just read across the top real quickly here. He says, starting on Kaf Kuf Daled, he says, Lahamshech, the word Yom Imakolo is gematria Kael Havaya. He said, Lahamshech Asara Kael, so the idea we're going to take them. The Misbar Pashut, the Eser Osius, the Eser Akia, that you can make it, that is the Milui of it. The Levusha Rabaponin, the Hub, that's going to come for the Levusha upon of the Hug, that is the Chesadim and the Gevuros. The Hug, Mechagat Nehim, and it's going to come for the lower 7 spheros, the Ponin de Ma. Now let me see if I got that right. Mechagat Nehim, the Ponim. The Ma'u ben the Yesod, the Ima that come out of the Ma and the ben of the Yesod of Ima. L'sara Shemus Havaya, the Ponim, to the 10 different names of the Havaya, the Ponim. Now, right there, this is Kuf Kaf Hey. I want to look at that. The Partsufi Chagat V'nai, the Ma'u ben the Zun. Now, it's on that Zun that we're looking at right here. And on the next page, down below, let me see, next page. Okay, I don't see anything there. Okay, let's go over to what I said. There was a question that I had over here in some of his description, where it's coming from, where it's going. He said the Kuf Kaf Hey, he said the L'sara Shemus Havaya Deponim, the Partsufi Chagat V'nai, the Ma'u ben Dezun. That's the lower 2 parts. He said, so he's going to explain it out, or explain it for us. So you had this Kavana. You're going to send them down to the Asara Shemus Havaya. He says, Hainu L'kol Echad Ben Partsufi Chagat Nehim, each one of the Partsufim of the Chagat and Nehim, the Bechinas Panim. So we're going to take it to those places and the Panim. But it's the Chagat Nehim. It's always dealing with continents. The Ma'u Ben, that is the Sad Yamin and the Sad Small, the Zun. So we're talking about Zun. We're going to take the 5 Chesadim. V'chashnei bechinos klalos the chesadim keneged yisod malchus. So that makes 7 actually. It's 5 plus 2. V'kein levusha hachamisha gevura v'chashnei bechinos klalos the gevuros. Again, making 7 and not 5. V'sidr HARASHASH, and the RASHASH came along and he said like this: Lahamshek kol echad me'elu havaya. So he take each one of those havaya. Excuse me, Lahamshek call Echad Me'eloha Yud Dalet, of those 14, Bechinas the Vushia HaHug, which are actually Levushim for the Hug. Call Echad the Sefira Achad Mesfiras Chagat Nehim Dezah. So each one of them is going to go into one of those places, and remembering that the Yud and the Men, that is the Yisod and the Malchus over here, are Hasafos, or let's say sort of they're, what do they call, Kololim. The Shnei HaPrakim Shalah, so it's going to go into its Sufa, which are the Emsoi, which is Chagat, and the Tachton, which is 9. So what are we looking at over here? What's this order here? The Kaven Shemispar Akia. First, we're going to see that on the next page. We'll take a quick look at that. For Betsirif Asara Osius the Shem Aleph K Yud K, that is take that name, which is the Milui. And there's a function here that you're taking the pashut and it's milui. You're saying that these are the levushim. Ola Shem Kael. So from that you get the name Kael, which is gematria 31. V'yakava lahamshek Shem Kael hazecha the Shem Avaya the Zah. V'yi Yerusham b'Zair Anpin shemas Kael Havaya. Okay, so let's look at number Kaf Gimel. Number Kaf Gimel says the Zun. So he says the Ma'u ben the Zun. So Zun represents the male force. So let's see what it is. Remember that? We have in mind here two different hamshachos. Echad is Zair Anpin, ve'echad the note. The bechinas avaya the bracha nimshach and the zah. So we said that way back at the bracha Baruch Atah Hashem. When we said that, this is bringing shafet to zah. Ubechinas ubetebas shall spheres omer. But now you get back to where we're at now. You get to the word spheres omer, and we're taking the Sophie, the Roshi tables here. Nimshachim b'mena al Hanukkah. This is the symbol that you're going to 65, which is the gematria of the Nook. Amnam kan b'ham shachas levusha hachug. But here, when we're talking about streaming the levushim of the chug, the panim, lo nizbayra emasayim nimshachim al Hanukkah, doesn't say anything about when they're going to wind up going to the female aspect, to the female side. So what is it? Is it that they don't come in, or what? The nimshachim takef gam el hanuk, so that immediately it doesn't write it, but it's like it immediately goes to the nook as well. El hanuk. The nimshachim takef gam el hanuk, that they go, actually they're extended down into the nook as well. For rock mekeben she'ein lechem remez b'brocha. Of a SEFIRA, or when you count it, there's no actual pointing to the nook over there. Ein sark l'kavein zo, so therefore you don't need that kavana v'na'asim b'chalav. He says it doesn't require us; it goes by itself. Od hosiva b'zena, also they add on to this the hidacha hamshacha na'asa kan, the hamshacha that we're making here. Haim Asara Shemas Kael. There are 10 different names of Kael. Those 31s again. Hana'asim and Mispar Pashat. For Eser Osius, the Eser, those are Ekias. V'naida Aklal. So we know the general rule here. Shecham Shacha the Osius, he Zair Anpin. This is interesting. V'cham Shacha the Mispar, he Lenuk. So what is it? The nook is a 65. Is that what he's saying? He wants to say the nook is a 65, and therefore she is a number. And according to this, there are those who say that we're talking about nimshachas the Zair Anpin. Now, what 10 osius is he talking about? So he said, let me say the hamshacha the bechinas asara osius nimshachan the Zair Anpin. So he wants to show us that idea. Okay, so let's see. What I was planning on doing was running through these instructions that he gives us on page Shin Lamed Ches, and go through them and see what his language is and how he does it. I think we know pretty much how that goes. But let's start with the first one. These are the Chamisha Chasadim. So we're going to look at this. It's going to be on this page, and then on the next page, and then it's going to go to the Chamisha Gavuros. So it says like this. The first Chesed, which is the Chesed of Chesed, is going to be the Hachan the Hagat. So Hachan the Hagat is Chesed. Which the Nai v'Chagat, the Ma of the Nai and the Chagat, the two outer rings, let's so to speak, of the Ma, the Panim, the Yesod, the Ika, that is going to go on the right side of the face, the Yesod, the Ima, and it's coming from the Yesod of Ima. So out of the Yesod of Ima is now coming these 1, 2, 3. Winding up going to Zair Anpin. So then he says the Hachan the Chagat, and where is it going to go? It's going to go to again with the Chesed. That's Hachan the Chagat. The parts of Nai v'Chagat to the parts of Nai and Chagat. the ma, the Panid the Zun, which is the right side of the Panid the Zun, because we're dealing with Chesed, and these are Chesadim in general. They're going to be dealing with the right side. Next one is Kuf Kaf He. Just reading the top. This one is the Gevura. Where's Gevura coming from? It's coming from the Baga the Haga. That is the Gevura. The Nai v'Chaga, the two outer spheres, the Ben, the Ma, of the left side of the right side, because we're dealing with Chesed. These are Chesadim. So they're going to be on the left side of the right side, the Panim, the Yesod, the Ima, and it's from the Panim of the Yesod of Ima. So he shows it to us again, the three pieces, the bug, and where is it going to go? It's going to go to the Baga, the Haga, the parts of Nai v'Chaga. It's going to go down to the left side of that parts of the Ben, the Ma, again, the left side of the right side, the Panid the Zun. Next one, the Ferris. The Ferris is going to say, and I quote, he says, Amidati the Chagat, from the middle line of Chagat, which is Das, the Nai v'Chagat, to the two outer rings, so to speak, the Ma'u Ben of the Ma or the Ben, that's the right side and the left side, both of the Ma, the Panim, of the Ma part of Panim, because once again we're dealing with Chesed, the Panim, the Yesod, the Ima, that it's going to go from the Ma, the Panim, the Yesod, the Ima, and here is what's coming into Tiferes. It's going to go where? It's going to go to the Dati, the Chagat, the middle line of the parts of which is in the middle. Of the Dati, the Chagat, which is, I guess, Das, or what would you say? It's Tiferes. Okay, there you go. The Dati, the Chagat, the parts of Nai v'Chagat, once again, of those two outer rings, the Ma'u Ben, the Ma, once again, it's going to be both the Ma, the right side, and the left side, the Ma, the Panim, the Zun. Let's go to the next one. It's just a little reading practice here to try to get us so that we can realize it. I wanted to say that in looking at the RASHASH in general, there are certain formations that he uses in order to describe, and we need to take us some time to go back over this and just look at his formation. Well, this is one right here. So we come to Netzach. What's happening with Netzach? Netzach, of course, we see the development of the lights going into Havaya. Machachan the Nai, so it's the right line, but of the Nai, the Chagat v'Nai. Let me read it again. He says, Machachan the Nai, what Nai? The Nai that's found on the Chagat, the two outer rings, here he says, so to speak, which are both of Katniss, the Chagat v'Nai. The Ma of Ma, let me see if I got this. The Menai, the Ma from the right side of the right side, the Panim, the Yesod, the Ima. Where's it going to go? It's going to go to the Chachan, the Nai, the parts of Chagat, the Nai. It's going to go to that same place, the Ma, the Panim, the Zon. So, as we see that the directions are always the same, different partsufim. So he said, so number Hod says, he said, Bahod said, Mebaga the Nai, the Chagat, the Nai. He said, the Ben, the Ma, of the left side of Ma, the Panim, the Yesod of the Panim, the Yesod, the Ima, and where's it going to go? And here's the Hamshacha, and then it says the Baga, the Nai, it's going to go into the left line of the parts of called Nai, the parts of Chagat Benai, or the Partsufim of the Chagat Benai. So again, once again, it's the lower two pieces of that, the Ben, the Ma, of the left side of Ma, the Panim, the Zun. So I guess let's just take a look at this, and we'll look at the Gevuras too, just to get the language and get used to it. The Yesod, the Medati, the Nai, the Chagat Benai. So it's going to go from the middle line of this parts of called Nai. It's the Nai, the Chagat and Nai of the two outer ring. The Ma'u Ben of the right side and the left side of the right side. The Panim, the Yesod, the Ima, going where? The Dati, the Nai. It's going to go to the middle line of the parts of called Nai, which is the two outer parts of it, which are the parts of the Chagat and the parts of the Nai. The Ma'u Ben, which is the right side, and the left side of the right side, the Panim, the Zon. So all of this is the same, and here's the last one right here. He says, and it's coming from the Hachan Bagadati from the three different lines. Altogether, all of them are coming in. The Chagat V'nai, of the Chagat V'nai, two outer partsufim are the two outer partsufim, the Ma'u Ben, the Ma, on the right side, left side of Ma. The Ma Depana, the Yisod, the Ima, that's where it's coming from. The Hachan Bagadati, the Malchus, the parts of Chagat V'nai. The Ma'u Ben, the Ma, the parts of the Pana, the Zon. Okay, so this is all the flow, explaining all of it, how it works, and now we go to the Chamisha Gevura, so we'll go through them as quick as possible here, try to move on. Let me see where else we go. Okay. Okay, we're getting towards the end of this piece, and we're going to start getting into each individual day he's going to do, and so we could do that if we get there. So let's see where we're at right now. So now the Gevuros are all going to be Gevuros. Let's see how the Gevuros work out. We have Chesed, Machachan de Chagat. So it's coming for the Chesed of Chagat. Then that is, it's Chesed, the Nai v'Chagat, the Partsufim on the outside, the Ma, the Ben, of the right side, of the left side. The Pan, the Yisod, the Ima, because we're going to be dealing with Gevuros, and they're on the left side. It's going to go the Hachan, the Chagat, the parts of Nai v'Chagat. So it's going to go into those Hachan, that is the Chesed part, the Chagat. The parts of Nai v'Chagat to that place. The Ma, the Ben, is going to be the Ma, the right side, or the left side, the Pan, the Zon. So let's go over here to the Baga, the Chagat. It's going to, so this is Gevura now. Gevura is going to come from the Baga, the Chagat, which is Gevura. The Nai, this is the Gevura of the Gevuros. So he said the Nai v'Chagat of those two outer rings. The Ben of the left side of Ben, that is the left side of the left side. The Panim, the Yisod, the Ima, where's it going to go? The Baga, the Chagat, is going to go to the left side of the parts of Allah, which is, in this case, is Gevura. The parts of Nai v'Chagat, the Ben of the right side, left side of the left side, the Panim, the Zon, and the Ferris is going to be Bedati, the Chagat, the Nai, the v'Chagat, the Ma'u Ben, the right side, left side of Ben, the Panim, the Yisod, the Ima, and he shows this is all coming from this place. Out of the Panim, the Yisod of Ima, the Dati, the Chagat, to the middle line of the Chagat, the parts of Nai, the Chagat, two outer rings, the Ma'u Ben, the Panim, the Zon. Well, as long as I got to this, I think that I'm going to continue it and just finish this out so that we can get a more comfortable look at the Rashash and how he uses his language. We have a few minutes. So we have here from the right side of the parts of called Nai. It's not Chagat anymore. We're down lower. We're at Netzach. We're in the Nai area. Of the Nai, the Chagat, the Nai, of the outer two rings of the right side and the left side of the face, the Yisod, the Ima. So the Hachan, the Nai, the parts of Chagat, the Nai, the Ma, the Ben, of the right side, of the left side, the Pan, and the Zun. That's where Netzach would go because it's right-sided and it has to start on the right side of the left side. Next is Hod. Mebaga, the Nai, is going to come from the left side, that is from the Gevura of Nai, from the left line. There's the Gevura of the Nai, the Chag of the Nai, of those two outer, let's say, partsufim. The Ben of the left side, the Pan of the Yisod, the Ima, they go to the Baga, the Nai, again, on the left side, the Gevura Dika side of the Nai. The parts of Chagat Benai to the outer two parts, the Ben of the left, the Pan, the Zun, and a little bit more. There's two more to do, and then we'll go through this section. And it says Medati the Nai, the Chagat Benai. So he says to come in the middle line of the parts of Nai, the Nai, the Chagat, the Chagat Benai, the Nai of the Chagat and the Nai, the two outer rings. The Ma'u Ben, right side, left side of the left side, because in Yisod and Malchus you're going to get a combination of right side, left side. The Pan and the Yisod of the face part of Yisod, the Ima, the Pan of the Yisod, the Ima on the Panim of the Yisod of Ima, and all of them are coming out of the Panim of the Yisod of Ima on the top. Then it's going to go down to the Dati Denai, the parts of Chagad Benai, so it's going to go to, once again, the middle line, the parts of called Nai. That Nai, the parts of Chagad Benai, which are also deal with the two outer parts of the Nai, the Ma'u Ben, the Ben from the Ma, the right side, and the left side, and the left side, the Pon, the Zun, and the last one is Malchus. And it says the Malchus come Mahachan Bagadati from all three lines, right? Because Yesod is just the middle line. But now it's going to be all three lines. He says the Malchus, the Chagad Benai, the Malchus of the Chagad Benai. So now you're going from that place. Of the right side and the left side of the left side, the Ma, the Ben, the Ben, the Pun, the Yesod, the Ima of that place. And, in terms of get a feeling about how the left side, the Acharayim generates Shefa, are these Chesanim and Gevuros, and how it is that you also have a Panim. So where does the Panim, how does the Panim get out? How does it exactly work? You have an Acharayim. I'm thinking it's on the outside of it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't understand it. So he says, finishing up, he says it comes from, once again, Mahacham Bagadati, the Malchios, the Chagad Benai of those two partsufim, which are the outer partsufim of Ma, the Ben, which is the right side, and the left side of the left side, the Pon, the Yesod, the Im, and that's where it's going to go. And then we see that it's flowing, and then we said the Chacham Bagadati, the Malchios, it goes over that way. The parts of Chagad Benai, the parts of which is Chagad Benai, the Ma'u Ben, the Pon, the Zun, which are going to go onto the Pon of Zun. Now this is a little arichas here that he's going to get into as a intro. So let's see what we could do in the little bit of time that we have remaining. He says, Akdama the Sedach Hamshachas Amochin. And it's, I'm thinking that I'm not sure what to do after this, because now in this Sefer, it's going to go to the back. And so today we're dealing with the day 40. So that's in the back. And so tonight we're going to be dealing with 41, God willing, and we'll be moving that way. Okay, just a second. Okay, it says like this, just a little bit intro. He says, Hagdama the Sedach Hamshachas Hamochin. This is the tip. Hachai B'Shemesh. I guess that's his son. Is that his son or B'Shemesh? The Siddur. This bar B'Arich of the Sedach Hamshachas Hamochin the Das of RASHASH, according to the thinking of the RASHASH. V'Nachzar HaBazecha B'Shul B'Katzara. So now we're going to come back this in a shortened form. B'Shar Kubonis is, so he quotes here. Shebakal Shavua Nimshachim Mochin the SEFIRA Acham is SEFIRA's Chabad Chagtam. So we're working on one of these and we're building up part of the Chabad Chagtam. This is really the answer to my confusion previously. Milvad SEFIRA Sadas, that's not counting Sfashal Lacham Nimshachim Amochin B'Shtei Shavuos to that, because in that SEFIRA of Das, he says, to it, Nimshachim Amochin B'Shtei Shavuos, B'Shvua Shlishi, V'Chasadim, the Das, B'Shvua HaRaviya, L'Gavura, the Das. That's a little chart. I use this siddur of the Rechovos Anar. So there's a little chart there that shows where you're at every single day. The Sefiras, the Feres, and Malchus, Nimshachim Amochin B'Shvua Echad. All of that takes place in one day. He says again, the Sefiras, the Feres, and Malchus, Nimshachim Hamochin B'Shvua Echad. That's it right here. We're going to stop. We'll come back to it tomorrow, read this introduction, and we'll go on to our day, I think, and we'll see what's playing.